Quran chapter 30, the Romans. Revelation place Mecca, Revelation order 84, number of verses 60. Introduction. The Roman-Persian Wars 54 BC to 628 CE lasted 681 years. The sudden emergence of the Muslim Rashidun Caliphate in the year 632 CE, whose forces battled both empires and conquered them in a few years after the end of the last Roman-Persian War. The two most powerful empires in the early 7th century were the Roman-Byzantine, referred to by the Arab as Roum, and the Persians, referred to by the Arabs as Al-Furs. In the years 613-614 CE, the two empires went to war, with the Romans suffering a severe defeat at the hands of the Persians. Damascus and Jerusalem both fell to the Persian Empire. In this Quran chapter, the Romans, it is stated that the Roman had met with a great defeat in the lowest land, but soon will gain victory over the Persians. Alif Lam Mim. A lot of speculations and opinions on these standalone letters/words. They are at the start of selected Quran chapters. They are not part of a sentence that can guide us to understand their meaning or compare them to other similar sentences in the Quran, nor these standalone letter words are continuation to other chapters that can give us insight in their meaning. Usually, when a word is part of a sentence and that word is new or has multiple meanings, to better understand it, meaning it helps to compare it when it appears again in the Quran. And by comparing them, we can better understand the meaning of that word. But these standalone letters are not part of any sentence. Even if repeated, they are still standalone. Despite they are letters in the form of words, no one could explain their meaning over the century, since Allah did not guide us to their meaning like other new or unfamiliar words in the Quran. To put things in perspective, the Arabic language has around 12 million words versus the English language around 600,000 words. For example, there are over 200 Arabic words for the English word lion. My personal view is without Allah's guidance, nothing can be understood. So these letters or standalone letters should be an example of our dependency on Allah's guidance in our life and via His straight path, the Quran. And Allah knows best. The Roum has been defeated, meaning the Romans has been defeated by the Persian in the year 620 CE. In the lowest land, the battle was in the vicinity of the Dead Sea around the Rift Valley. Science has discovered recently, with the help of satellite imaging, is that the area around the Dead Sea, located in the Great Rift Valley, is the lowest altitude on Earth, with an altitude of around 400 meters below sea level. No one could have known such a scientific fact in the 7th century unless revealed by the Creator Allah to Muhammad, peace be upon him. And they, mean the Romans, after their defeat, will prevail. In a few years, these verses were revealed year 620 CE in Mecca. Then the Romans, through Hercules' campaign in the year 624 CE, forced back the Persians, Sassassin, onto the defensive, allowing his forces to regain momentum on the Persian. That coincided with the same time the Muslim defeated the Meccan pagans in Battle of Badr, year 624 CE. To Allah the command from before and from after. Allah is in command at all times. From the first time the Roman lost to the second time they prevailed. And the defeat also of the pagan Meccans is all Allah's will. And on that day the believers will rejoice, addressing Muslims of Mecca, and they will rejoice not only for the victory of the religious people of the book, the Romans, over the pagan Persian at that time, but also for the believer Muslim victory over the Meccan pagans in Badr Battle 624, and also that the aforementioned Quranic verses prediction has been fulfilled, and Allah knows best. In Allah's victory, help is from Allah in all battles, as the victory is from Allah as per Badr 624 CE battle, and same to the Roman and Persian 624 CE battle. He gives victory to whomever He wishes, and He is the mighty, the merciful. Allah's promise, Allah does not forsake His promise, but most people don't have knowledge of the unseen, example, the hereafter, and also Allah is the one, and there is no other power or partner to deviate His promised command. They, most people, have knowledge of the apparent of this worldly life, knowledge of their livelihood needs only. And they, from the hereafter, they are oblivious, has distorted knowledge despite the apparent evidence around them and the constant reminder of the hereafter. Still, most are either busy with their worldly livelihood and choose to be heedless regarding the hereafter, or they are misguided. Have not they contemplated in themselves? Allah has not created the heavens and the earth and what in between except with the truth for a named term. All around and within yourself are built-in fixed signs for people to reflect on them and to be guided till end of times. And indeed, many people, especially those who think they can get away with living their desires and causing havoc in this life, with the meeting of their God, at resurrection for judgment, are disbelieving. Have not they, the disbeliever, walked in the earth and seen how was the consequences of those before them? They were enhanced than new in force. They plowed the earth, constructed it, established aspect of progress, longer than they populated it. Its development outlasted them, example, ancient Egypt, like the pyramids and so on, and came to them their messenger with the clear signs, example, Moses to the Pharaoh, people of Thamud. And Allah was not to wrong them, but they were wronging themselves. Allah provided them with all living element to progress, and they disbelieved the messenger and denied Allah's help, deviated from Allah's path, and drove themselves to perish in this world and to hellfire in the hereafter. Then they followed what they wronged with wrong, and they denied Allah's signs, and with it they used to ridicule. Those who came to the vile and created on top of it in no corruption, they will be followed by no good in this world and the afterlife.